So what I do here is, I like to chat with people to try to understand why they believe something. I'll let them pick really any topic, any belief, something they think is true,
All right.
and then I'll just ask questions about it to try to understand. Anything come to mind? What's that?
What do you think it is?
I don't know. Is that Islam?
It's
Or
a hieroglyph from
hieroglyph?
the Sumerians.
Hieroglyph from Sumerians. So something Sumerian.
Yeah. It's like
Okay.
it's kind of like religion. It's not religious. It's just kind of like how the Earth got started. How basically genetics got altered and people became more intelligent from the basic caveman, and now here we are today.
Okay. What does it say? Really?
What does it say? You never heard of Anunnaki?
No.
No. Okay. So basically, the culture that started here, they settled on Earth to mine gold, and basically that's how the Egyptians were able to build those pyramids. They had technology that wasn't from this planet. That's why it's still here today. Shit like that.
So there's an ancient civilization that was before the Egyptians.
Well, yeah, exactly. There was one civilization that ruled the whole Earth at one point.
The whole Earth. Where did this civilization come from?
There's a planet called Nibiru or Planet X, and basically it's like the Bible copied this religion. So they had these tablets, right? There's about 50,000 tablets, and they're all written in clay, so they couldn't have been altered in 50,000 years. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So this culture has been suppressed for some time, but it is interwoven in today's society. So what people tend to believe isn't always the truth.
Okay, cool. Could I get a sense of your confidence that this civilization actually existed and was real, say on a scale from 0 to 100?
I would say 100,
100.
because this same culture built the pyramids, and they built the pyramids in Mexico. They built the Moab on Easter Island. So these megalithic structures that exist in Europe and Turkey, these pyramids, and basically there's one in the ocean in Japan. There's one in China. There's like 30 in China. So whoever was building these pyramids on Earth basically had one ancient society.
Gotcha. So you can move that tag to wherever's the most appropriate for your confidence, from 0 to 100. Gotcha. So, so what I'm hearing you say, correct me if I'm wrong, there was this ancient civilization, and all these ancient structures was built by these people?
Yeah, these megalithic structures, these rocks that we can't move today with cranes, these megalithic structures that lasted for thousands of years on this planet.
Gotcha.
It was an ancient civilization we're just now getting there. We're just now being able to alter genes, but they were able to alter genetics back then. So basically this particular hieroglyph is copied exactly. So to me it says this guy was flying. When I first look at it, like if you were just to think of what is the basic meaning, he has wings, he has some sort of power control, and he could fly. So how could we fly back then? You know what I mean?
What I'm hearing you say is, we saw these hieroglyphics, and with that symbol,
It says to me.
It says to you that someone had this technology to fly back then?
Right, exactly.
Interesting. I'm not saying this is the case, but if someone could explain to us, to our satisfaction, how these megalithic structures could be made without this, like just with regular human technology, would that have any effect on your confidence?
Well, it's being able to carry weight, these like 200,000 pounds of stone. It's like just basic stone. Some of it's cut out of granite, which is almost as hard as a diamond. It's on a level 10 as hard as a diamond. So it's not too hard to believe. I think the universe is huge, right? The universe is going on, and basically Trump is starting this Space Force, right? So why would we need a Space Force unless there was other life out there on other planets? So I'm just saying we were colonized, genetically altered, and that's our true. It's kind of along the lines of Jesus, where basically there was a virgin and she was impregnated, and the only way you do that is through like science. You know what I mean? Like we're able to do that today. Like you could take a needle and inject it into her cervix or whatever, she'd be pregnant, she would still be a virgin. But you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's technology that we didn't understand back then that we made into religion, which is basically holding people back. A lot of the Republicans are stuck in that world, like the Christian Republicans of this planet.
Okay. Gotcha. And how did you first come to learn about this?
Well, once you learn about the pyramids in Egypt, you learn that they're basically built in the same shape as Orion's belt. There's these 3 stars out there that they're built in the exact same shape. And then there's YouTube, so it's all over YouTube. You can find it. The Freemasons, you ever heard of the Freemasons?
I think so.
About, I would say 60 to 70% of all of the United States presidents are Freemasons, and Freemasonry goes all the way back to Egypt. And this is the culture that created Egyptian culture. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So you're currently at 100%. Is there anything you could learn or find out to change your confidence about this? What would have to be true?
No, well, if you look in the Bible, you can look up Genesis 6:4, and Genesis 6:4 talks about the Nephilim and how they came down from the stars and basically mated with humans. Like, it's in the Bible too, so if you're at all religious, you can look it up in the Bible, Genesis 6:4.
Gotcha. I think that's our time. I don't want to keep you.
No, sure, I'm going to go exercise, but it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. Very good. Have a good one.